So recently there have been some videos floating around on YouTube of people claiming they're using the lightest bowling ball to bowl. What sort of scores can they get? How can you deliver it? What sort of chance does the really light bowling ball have against a full rack of pins? So I thought, are they really using the lightest bowling ball? And we're not talking about this. 6 pounds is light. I don't even think these existed 15, 20 years ago. When I was a kid, 8 pounds was about as light as you can get. No, I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about this. That's right, 4 pounds. And this isn't rubber. No, this is an actual plastic bowling ball made by ebonite. And we're going to see how this fares against pins. I've seen some people using 2-3 pound hollow rubber balls like we used in gym class as a kid that have, 3 holes on one side, 3 holes on the other. That's not really a bowling ball any more than the little plastic ball that you get at Walmart in a kit is a real bowling ball. This is an actual plastic bowling ball just like you find on the rack anywhere else. You can see it's got 5 holes in it so small children can grab it. And the shell on this thing is maybe 3/8 of an inch thick. It's really light. This is basically like a foam craft ball that you would buy at a hobby store with a thin layer of plastic on the outside. These are really hard to find and really probably shouldn't be used by just about anybody. In fact, I'm not even sure the pin setter is going to be able to send this thing back properly. But we're going to give it a try because I haven't seen anybody else do it and we've got a chance. So we're going to try 2 different things. We're going to try and deliver this with a legal delivery of all fingers occupying the holes in the ball, because that's the only way to legally deliver a ball. But we're also going to try using one of the little ramps that children oftentimes use to see if we can get this thing to roll a little straighter. So we're going to find out, can you bowl with a 4-pound bowling ball and actually score decent? Will the machine even give it back? Let's find out what happens when you bowl with the lightest bowling ball you can find. Okay, so we're going to start out, we're going to bowl the first 5 frames of this game using an actual legal delivery. We're going to bowl here on lane 3. We've got the score up. Let's see what happens with this, and feel free to critique my bowling style. I probably need it. Now this is in fact the first shot I've ever taken with this. I've never rolled this ball before in my life, so let's just see what happens. So obviously I am not good. Second of all, it sounds like sandpaper going down the lane. That was crazy. You let go of it, it feels like nothing. So let's see if the machine even gets it back. There we go. The ball makes it back. All right, so let's keep going. Dead center hit. Pins carried straight back. We left with a 4. So now on the board was 6. Let's see what happens next. frame, I'm currently sitting at 20. So through 4 frames, I'm currently sitting at 27. This is really bizarre. I'm legitimately trying. I've put the ball straight down the middle, which, if you're a bowler and you know anything about just like whipping the ball down the middle, it's usually not good. It's usually going to leave you splits, but generally the carry is at least okay. You oftentimes go and watch people bowl on a Saturday night, glow bowl night, and they're whipping the ball as hard as they can right down the middle, and if they're lucky, even they'll pick up a strike sometimes. This is not the same way. I'm going to try and hook it this time. Very hard to do. Well, we're see what happens. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so maybe I should have been hooking the ball the whole time. Definitely better count. Let's see if I can pick this up, and then we're going to switch over to the ramp and see what happens if we use the ramp. This is easily my most legitimate chance at a spare. Let's see if the ramp is better. Okay, so here's one of these little ramps that you've often seen at your hometown bowling center for people with small children, or even those with disabilities may not allow them to get the ball out there. But what we're going to try and do is use the ramp. Now, I will say this, there actually is a right and wrong way to use this ramp. Now, generally, whenever you use one of these things, the best thing to do is to place this on the ramp like this, and try and get the ball to track between finger and thumb, right there, right? Because the ball generally has a pancake block here, and you want to keep that weight vertical. You don't want it off to the side, otherwise the ball has a tendency to turn. So this is actually the right way to use one of these ramps. Just a heads up, if you've got little kids and you help them keep the ball straight on the lane, line it up like this. All right, so if we're ready to give this a go, let's try it. Yahtzee. What a waste of my spare. Okay, one more time. We're actually going to point the thumb the other way this time. Maybe we'll have a little better luck. Here we go. Now see, where was that on the first shot? Ball didn't even make it into the pit. There it goes. Second frame with the little ball. We're going to point the thumb toward the 10-pin side again. Right down the center. Give this play-by-play. All right, got 8. We left 3-7. Makeable. Okay, move the ramp just to the left here. We're going to just try and go straight with it again. It's got a chance. It's got a chance. Look at that. Split conversion with the 4-pound ball. Okay, we're almost done with this. We're in the 8th frame now. Let's see what we get. Working on our spare, so count is so important. And that looks good. All right. 71 1/8. This actually isn't as bad as it could have been. And I do think the ramp is better. But I kind of want to try hooking the ball again. So we're going to use the ramp for the 9th, and then I'm going to go ahead and deliver it and try and hook the ball in the 10th. All right, we got the big washout here in the 9th frame. I'd like to get some count here. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Hey, 3's not bad. I'll take it. Alright, so that brings us to the 10th frame. I'm going to go ahead and take the ramp out of the way. We're going to try and deliver this thing by hand again. I'm going to try and hook this ball a little bit, see if we can't fill out this 10th frame I'd like to mark, and get a little count. 79 in the 9th. We are so close. I don't see a double, but let's find out. Oh, I hooked it. And I got 2, 3. So we're not breaking 100 this game. Yikes, I'm glad we broke 80. Let's get this ball back here, finish this thing off, and then you can finally go do something else. Because you're probably bored to tears. Alright, hook this ball one more time. If I could have nicked that head pin, we might have had a mark there. It's not going to happen. That's okay. Alright everybody, 87 is as good as I could do between hand delivery and trying to use the ramp to deliver the ball. I think the lesson here though is using the ramp is the better way for little kids to deliver ball if they're just trying to score. Now, something like this is really cool for little children who are trying to get down their arm swing, start learning how to get their hand out of the ball. This is really cool, but when your pins weigh 3 pounds 8 ounces and your bowling ball weighs 4 pounds, it's a losing battle. So that's the moral of the story. The lightest bowling ball in the USA on YouTube, and the best we could do was 87. So if you enjoyed the video, check back, try and do something else. We've got 4 into the house here, do whatever we want. Maybe something with duck pin balls and 10 pins. Could you score with duck pin? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find that out. So check back. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I can't really say I blame you. It probably was very boring, but I'm glad you checked in. Have some fun. See you next time. Alright, so it is the internet, so there's going to be somebody out there who's doubting and saying, that can't possibly really be a 4-pound bowling ball. Yes, it is. Now, it's not 4 pounds on the dot. It is slightly heavier. We've got it here on the dodo scale, and as you can see, I have added a 3-pound weight here. Okay, we have added 1 pound here, and then on the small side we are 8 ounces. And as you can see, we're basically zeroed out here. So this ball is 4 pounds and 8 1/4, 8.5 ounces. So there you go. For the doubters that just, had to know, there's your 4-pound bowling ball.